2023 postseason.
First pitch is about to happen, about a minute up there, down in Philadelphia. Just chilling right now. Had a great show earlier tonight for Platinum Elite. Earlier this afternoon, very good show. Had Auntie over, Coach Pierre over. As we're getting ready for the brand new.
Do you recognize those uniforms? Mid-20th century Earth, a nation state called Nazi Germany.
Niggerland channel. Only on Rumble. It seems to me, I was listening to other people who tried to do something similar to what I'm doing. And I think sometimes, I'm no expert, but it's the people you deal with and see if it's going to work or not. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm going into the unknown because I'm not really in that circuit, but I've been around it enough to know how to handle it. And what I can say is this. I have a good feel for it. I think people are going to enjoy it. And let's see what happens. Debuts in a couple of weeks. Miami's in the building. Ravens in the building. All right, here we go. Phillies in Arizona. Counts 1-0, 1-1. Aaron Nola's on the mound. Facing Corbin Carroll. Going to be a lot of people excited about that channel, I hope. Straight Turner just had an error. Let me turn around here. Pigeon Week in Philadelphia. I don't know what that is. Oh, I know what he means now. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday, Canes. I didn't even know it was your birthday. I remember it was your birthday, but you know what I'm saying? I apologize, man. Happy birthday, family. Happy birthday to Canes. There we go. Oh, his birthday's in 4 hours. Birthday's not right now. Ketel Marte has 2 strikes on him already. All right, Marte just struck out. Raven Knight, very happy right now. Whew. Yep, his final couple of hours of being Larry Bird's number. Whew. Talk about the Lions tonight. They are becoming the favorites in the NFC. And you look at their schedule, folks. New Orleans, week 13. Dallas, week 17 in Arlington, Texas. Like Tommy Pham, 1 and 2 to him. Everybody waving those red hankies. Oh man, 305 in the building. Who else is in the building? Which game boring? That Dallas game was boring, man. Come on, bro. That Dallas game was boring last night. All right, Tommy Pham struck out looking. Well, to be honest, it's not really happening like that. Raven Knight in the building. Except it's baseball. Oh. All right, Arizona 2 outs. I'm gonna try and check the hockey board. They did the NBA is on tonight somewhere. I think it's on TNT. All right, Montreal, Minnesota are playing. I know the Islanders are playing tonight against Arizona. Okay. Minnesota's up on the Canadiens. Take a look at the NBA real quick.
Absolutely. In the middle of the floor is spread, and there's that little short roll. Now Booch has options. That young little leg get back, and he is.
Right, Milwaukee's at Oklahoma City. Just started.
Giannis giving up the basketball, and Giannis passed the basketball.
All right, Giannis is playing tonight, which is good. Last exhibition game for most teams tonight in the NBA. They'll take a week off. In the NBA after tonight. Boy, it just feels strange looking at Lillard wearing a Bucks jersey. All right, Oklahoma City is up by 3 early. All right. We're going to talk tonight. We'll talk about these Lions while the baseball game is going on. You know, it's funny. When the season's over in certain sports and the team gets the hype, like the Detroit Lions, um, people poo-poo it. They said, let me see what's going on there. But now I'm looking at Detroit, and a lot of people are looking at what I'm looking at, and you look at their schedule, their physical tenacity, how they play the game. I look at them as a baby San Francisco 49ers. Uh, Now, question is excuse me, is Jared Goff the best quarterback in the NFC? The way it's looking right now, I gotta say, yeah. I mean, look around. Geno Smith is back to earth. Brock Purdy's all right, but look at the talent around him. Love sucks ass. Hurts, I don't know what the hell happened to him. I mean, he looks lost. Dak may have recovered his lifeline last night, and he'll get a week off to think about and see if he can move that forward with the Cowboys. What else? Let me look around the NFC. Whew. Kirk Cousins is Kirk Cousins. I mean, his limitations. No, you gotta give it to Jared Goff. Detroit right now, folks, is a budgeting problem in the NFC that is going to be there unless they get ratchet injuries moving forward in their season. Detroit is going to be a factor. I don't listen to that music that Cairns is talking about. And the Roar is back in Detroit, folks. Kyle Schwarber up, lead off for the Phillies. 1-1 count. Yeah. Right. One out and brings up Trey Turner. They're legit, folks. Detroit is legit. And I can easily see them getting a top 2 spot in the NFC this year. Only injuries is going to sabotage them. Injuries and reading their plus clippings, but right now, 5-1, folks. That says a lot. And only going to get better for them. Got the Raiders coming up week 8 on Monday Night Football. They're in Baltimore this week. That'll be an interesting game. Wonderful World of Sam Cooke. Team Tag old song in 1994. Oh, that's no. But Lions are looking good. All right. Trey Turner has just launched one out of the building. 400 foot in the Phillies. Up 1-0. I'll tell you, I said it last night. Bochy wins tomorrow night. That series is over. Dusty Baker's legacy is over. And I'm going to tell you right now, folks, Texas will get home field against Philadelphia or the National League. Bochy's going to win his 4th championship, and he's going to deliver the first title to the great metroplex of North Texas. Texas wins one more. That series is going to be over. And I said it, and a lot of people poo-pooed what I know in life. I mean, Bochy is the best manager in baseball, period, right now, especially with the retirement of the great Tio Francona, as he quit the Indians as Bryce Harper is up. And if you're a Texas Ranger fan, you are 6 wins away from being a world champion. And if you think baseball is boring, folks, you get Philadelphia and Texas for a World Series. It is going to be high scoring. It is going to be electric. I mean, Philadelphia is going to be rocking. Dallas, Metroplex, Arlington, Texas is going to be rocking. And I get the feeling Philadelphia. I mean, I get the feeling Texas is going to win tomorrow night, and for all purposes, that series will be done. And you can just look at the the confidence in the Ranger players, and it helps that you're playing a team that you play in division 19, 20 times a year, now 13 times a year. Bryce Harper with the base hit. So the Phillies are threatening again. Uh, I don't know what that red signal means. Uh, I said this earlier last night about Texas. Texas is 7-0, folks. And here's the scary part. They only played one home game in these playoffs. They've been on the road, 6-0 on the road. They have been dominant. And when you have one of the great playoff players of all time in Corey Seager, I'm gonna tell you right now, the Texas Rangers, they beat Houston. They're gonna win the championship. All that money they spent a year and a half ago is the best free agent money you could arguably spend in the history of baseball. Getting Seager and getting Simeon 2 years ago is paying off, and I still think the Astros got fight in them. But if they lose tomorrow, that will be the knockout punch. You're not going to beat Bruce Bochy 4 times in a row. You're just not. This is playoff baseball right now. Let me see what happens here. Oh, he caught it. What a catch by the center fielder of the Diamondbacks. Great play by him. Rangers in this curse, Ice Cube, Hood mentality. I don't know about that. Uh, when I look at the Rangers, the second they hired him as the manager, and I said it last year up here, I said they're gonna be the surprise team of baseball, and I say he's gonna clean up that shit very quickly, and he has. And what a gift for the Texas Rangers to pull him out of retirement. I remember 6, 7 years ago when he left the game of baseball, I told everybody he's coming back. And one of the teams I said I could see him going to is Texas. The other team I said was Kansas City. He's the type of guy that he needs young players around him. Also, a little sprinkle of veterans. That's why he got Seager. That's why he got Simeon. The pitching staff got some veterans in it. The rest of the players, I was just reading this before I came up here, are guys that they traded for. Like they got in trades. And yeah, Rangers 2 wins away from being world champions, in my opinion. Now, when they play the Phillies have better pitching, but I don't think it matters against the Rangers. I think that their bats, you're going to see if that is your World Series, Phillies and Texas, you're going to see a lot of runs in that series. You're going to get a lot of 9, 7, 11 to 8 games, which is great for baseball. in my opinion. I think the more runs you score in the big show, which is going to be the World Series, the more eyeballs will watch. People will talk about it, especially if it's a 7 game classic forever. I mean, even though Bryce is out, yeah, he got Bryce Harper out. 1-0 after one. When even though they're a Canadian team, people still um, talk about Joe Carter's home run. That World Series, by the way, Phillies Blue Jays, exactly 30 years ago. Isn't it ironic? The Phillies will be back in the World Series, and this is the second time in their history they will be back to back. I mean, back in 2008, they was the world champions of baseball. And when you live up here and you hate the New York teams or the Boston teams like I do, I love the fact that the Phillies was top dog. And at that time, here in the Northeast, in the most important game, baseball, you know? Then you look at the other side. And if you're a Texas fan, you're not going to like what I'm about to say, but when you lost to Bochy, remember, Bochy beat you guys for his first championship in 2010. You guys were young, but the bats went dead. Now, the year later, with Nelson Cruz hitting home runs and Josh Hamilton, and then we all know what happened in Game 6. I'll say it again. I don't know what the hell Ron Washington was thinking with some of his moves, but you're not going to get that with Bochy this time. And I just feel with a Corey Seager, who's been through it, had one of the great postseasons of all time. Some people said the greatest postseason of all time for the Dodgers in 2020. You got yourself a leader of men, and I still can't believe the Dodgers let him walk out the door 2 years ago. I don't know what the hell the Dodgers was thinking, and maybe that's why the Dodgers can't win because they let Corey Seager walk out the door. Real talk. When you lose guys like Corey Seager, who are iconic playoff players, I mean, Corey Seager's in the class of Big Poppy when it comes to playing. He's having a monster postseason right now. And for what it's worth, and we'll have the game up here tomorrow night, the Rangers are looking pretty damn good. The Astros, I think, if they lose tomorrow, maybe nature's ran its course. And there's a new team now in Arlington that let it slip away a decade and a half ago, and with the right man at the helm. And shout out to my boy John Daniels, who used to run the Rangers. He's from Queens. One of the nicest people I've ever come across just to talk baseball with him when he was in New York for a couple of conventions here. And JD is a hell of a baseball man. You know. So the Rangers on the verge. Phillies could go up 2-0 tonight. Like I said about the Cowboys last night, they escaped one. And so Texas is halfway home. In this game right here, Arizona, I mean, they fought back last night. That's good for them. They did fight back last night. This series here, I'll just let it play out. But the other one, which we'll have tomorrow night up here, down in Arlington. And tomorrow I'll let you hear when they introduce the Texas Rangers tomorrow. Let you get a peek of that tomorrow night when they introduce the Rangers in Arlington. And that crowd tomorrow is going to be absolutely Yahoo down in Arlington. And the Rangers halfway there. 2 wins away from the World Series, 6 wins away from bringing a national championship to Arlington. Bryce, what happened to T.O.? He got hit by a car? Who want to hit T.O.? Seriously, who wants to hit T.O.? Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens is a good guy. All right, 3-2 on Larry Gurriel. Tomorrow night we'll do Texas and Houston Game 3 in Arlington. Thursday we got the gambling show with Platinum in the afternoon. And then in the evening, we're going to have some doubleheader baseball. And I'll peek into the Jaguar-Saint game. All right, Gurriel strikes out. That's 2 strikeouts there. Yeah, I know it is. I'm not saying it's not. I wonder why someone wants to hit Terrell Owens with a car. What did Terrell Owens do that is so bad that someone tried to run his ass over? I don't understand that. T.O.'s everything was good about football. All right, this woman getting too much credit for being with a losing Charger fan. Oh, man. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers has backtracked about coming back. He says he has to go for a lot of hurdles. We'll find out as time goes on. Trying to find this T.O. story. And I know Mr. Miami is on top of it. I need to shake my head. What happened? Some woman tried to run him over? That's what happened to T.O.? All right, the Bears signed another scrub quarterback. Man. Ooh. Okay. I'll tell you something else I was watching today. I was thinking about Raven Knight. I was watching a Gamera documentary. And it was talking about his greatness. And in the documentary, they talked about something which is true in the real world. And Let me give a shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson with this. And O'Shea said, when you rock with your own kind, it pays for you in the long run. I totally agree with that. I never fucked with women. I never dated out, anything like that. I always stayed in the black American community. Why is that being parallel to what I'm about to say? I was watching that documentary today and they said something that I didn't know over in Japan, that Godzilla may be, it's not maybe, he is more popular and famous worldwide. But the Japanese people, my age and younger, that's right, not older, younger, even children today, Gamera is number one in their hearts. And I understood what the guy meant when he said it. He's number one in the Japanese people's hearts because he stayed home. He didn't let the white man or anybody else love him. If you was a Gamera fan, you got his stuff underground. And a guy like me who grew up loving him, um, my nephew adores. I mean, my nephew's two favorite monsters, it's not even close, is Ungulus, or they call him Anguirus, and Gamera. And uh, and I didn't know that Gamera was that beloved by the Japanese, like he is. And like I said, the main reason is because he didn't become, he didn't venture out, let's just say. The Americans tried to do it and they said no. And Jamie, that's Gamera's real name, Jamie Gamera, as we can know him as Jamie Gamera. Jamie stayed home and stayed true to the game. And to me, that took me aback this morning when I was watching that. And it didn't surprise me, the love that he still gets in Japan. And um, I'll talk more deep into that story because I'm going to bring Godzilla into it, what they said. And I buy those people. They won't make stories like this up. There's a lot of politics that go behind that. And um, I heard they also brought Gamera into the Monsterverse, which is shocking to me because usually the Godzilla fandom get a little uptight. And I used to go to the conventions. I have a picture of me and Gamera together. He was wearing a nice double-breasted suit when I met him, and a gangster hat. And I met him about 30 years ago in Chicago at the convention. What a great guy. I mean, what a tremendous guy. I'll find a picture of me and him in the future together. What a good guy. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So, he's one of my favorites. I mean, I separate him with the Toho monsters because I look at them as my family, really. And it's just fascinating how the MonsterVerse and the monsters are back in play, which is shocking to me. I mean, we got folks. You're talking, Jesus Christ. We're in the 21st century now, and these monsters are bigger than ever. I think the one mistake, I've been watching these guys of today judge these monsters and stuff, and they make a huge mistake. And the mistake, I'm gonna read what you've been saying, Raven. And the mistake they make is this: um, they really don't understand the studios of who controls stuff. And I found out. Well, I'm gonna keep this to myself. I will speak about it when we're heading towards -1. But I will say this. I've been saying it for the longest time. Godzilla gets all the love, and he deserves it. I mean, I'll be a fool. But people know the truth about this man, and the truth about him is doesn't take shit seriously enough. And I was watching him today on some dumb shit, acting like a goddamn fool. It's comical. I mean, just let me speak for it. It's comical, but watching him acting like a goddamn fool, as he always does. I mean, in our culture, we say someone's playing the fool. Godzilla always plays the fool. The only time you're going to push this man is when you let this man know that I'm in it to win it, big boy. And then Godzilla takes things seriously and he can wipe out an entire galaxy if he wanted to. He's that powerful. But there's a lot of politics that's going on out in Japan, and I will speak about it going into load one. When that, I will talk about it probably 2 weeks before the movie comes out. But there are some, there are some things coming out, and the funny thing is, I knew about this stuff all along. I just, I don't get consumed into the monsters like I used to. But I cannot believe the popularity of these goddamn monsters, man. It's incredible. I mean, I hate to say what I'm about to say. Raven, don't get mad at me, bro. These MonsterVerse guys, they gotta get a grip. Seriously. These guys are Lulu birds. I mean, I remember when I used to watch a lot of sports back in the 90s. And I used to go to strip clubs, yeah, and I got to the point where the guy gave me my own VIP room and my own waitresses because I was there every night watching sports. And the one comment I used to get snickered at me was, I need to get a piece of ass to bring me back to earth. And we all know that didn't happen. But the point is, these MonsterVerse guys really need to get some ass. They do. Zilla would beat Gamera into a turtle. I don't think so, Raven. I'm gonna keep saying it, and I'm glad that these let me find out the name of this young man who does a phenomenal job with this Godzilla stuff. I was watching him yesterday. He did a video of Godzilla and Gamera back to back. I saw it the other way. I saw the Gamera video first, which was a masterpiece. I mean, my God, this kid did a hell of a job. And I told the kid, I hit him up and I said, bro, you are out of this world. What you doing, bro? Let me find this kid's name. Because there's a lot of Godzilla stuff been popping up in my algorithms. That's his name. I found it just like that. Cynical Justin. Shout out to this young man. Oh, what a job he did. He had the videos and had everything. He did a phenomenal, I mean, a phenomenal piece on camera yesterday. And I've told him, I said, kid, you're doing a phenomenal job, and he is. And I've reached out to him, he hit me back up. We may be doing something uh towards load one. I mean -1. I'm gonna have him over here. So that's in the works. We're gonna talk about this shit. I mean, and the one thing he brought up in the Gamera documentary, I don't, I never even thought of, I didn't even realize the women were in the room, Raven. I'm dead serious. My mind was never focused on the women at the strip club. Never. Oh, let me get back to this. And oh, and the point I'm making is that he was very fair and balanced And what you begin to see, for me anyway, my algorithms, uh, a lot of these Godzilla guys, and give them a lot of credit, boy, they've been giving Gamera his flowers, or I like to say his cigars, talking about how great of a monster he is, and that him and Godzilla will stop the world. Yeah, if they ever. Yeah, let me say this. Let me just let it. I was gonna save it, but I might as well come out with it. The word in Japan is that Dai. That is the company that does the Gamera movies. They do the romantic stuff too in Japan. All this shit. They don't exist no more. But whenever they do a Gamera movie, they come back out of existence and do it. According to Dai, the people at Dai, uh, they always wanted to do a Godzilla versus Gamera, but Toho uh, scared to do it. According to this guy who did the documentary, and I kind of believe that because now you begin to see collabs of young men, film producers, Japanese film producers, doing what would happen in a Godzilla Gamera matchup, and they showed one today where Gamera this blew Godzilla completely. I mean, and I said, you know what's scary about this? He would do that in a real fight against Godzilla, yeah, because I kept saying it, and now it's beginning to be documented. And I'm very proud of these young men. And I'm gonna get all their names and their brand, and give these guys all a shout out when we get to near uh, -1. I'm gonna say this again, and I just said a couple minutes ago. I was watching some Godzilla clips of him acting the fool like he likes to do in Monster Zero when he was on Planet X. This idiot, this buffoon, G-Man, uh, was dancing, hopping around when he scared King Ghidorah away. And I'm like, nigga, what the hell are you doing? Are you serious? Bro, you're supposed to be intimidation, seek and destroy. And instead you're acting like I remember well, I'm dating myself. I remember the first I think it was I had a video from Japan. I had the movie Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, Ghidorah the three-headed monsters, and they showed behind the scenes of Godzilla hugging the kitties on the head. And these children lost it. They were so giddy that Godzilla came over to them on the set and was hugging the kids, rubbing them on their heads, and all the kids ate it up. My God, it was a beautiful scene. And for many years, Gamera was always called soft because he loved kids, which is true. And Gamera was more for the kiddies. And then Godzilla started to get a little soft for the kids, but the Godzilla of today is not for the kids, folks. I mean, Godzilla today is pure destruction. And I'm gonna read Raven's comments because I know Raven's into this. Yeah, the animations. Raven knows what I'm talking about. It's fun. That theory crafting, but Toho will never sign the deal. You're right, Raven. They never will, because if they do, Dai is gonna have a lot more input than they are. You're right about that. It comes down to the money side of it, really. You're right. I'm not gonna deny anything you're saying, Raven. And this is not Godzilla this at all, because I love both monsters. They are my childhood, and I can argue all the monsters from Monsterland are the best friends I ever had. And this is why they're so close to my heart and why I'm into this now. Yeah, he was soft. Zilla throw rocks at them. Yeah. Yeah, the Godzilla of now, that's not happening, folks. I tell you. But let me get back to it. So I'm gonna let Raven come up here. We're gonna talk about it. And again, I watched this buffoon today, and I said, I remember when he did all this stupid shit. And the white guys did not take too kind to it. They were like what I just said, but that was me 50 years ago, folks, saying this shit, saying, yo, bro, you gotta get tougher. These white guys, when they dug up all this footage, was very disappointing. And I'm like saying, look, guys, the man, if you saw him in Final Wars, he could take care of business when the hell he wants to. But I guess sometimes you let your guard down. The people out there worship him, and they do. They worship the hell out of Godzilla. I tell you, I heard Godzilla's bigger in Europe, from what I was told, and bigger in places like the Middle East. But let me get back to this. So this idiot's acting like the buffoon that he could be. And trust me, he could be a buffoon when he wants to be. But Spaceship 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 clicks in. Basically, Toho is Hugh's movie house, whereas the other is a drive-in theater. No! I found out when I watched that documentary that Dai was very big. And Dai did a lot of those Japanese anime. You know what Dai is big at? I think they did the Ultraman series. They did a lot of those. Dai. Toho too. Uh, but I think with Godzilla, getting back to him, he uh the white worshippers of Godzilla is beginning to wake up. This I would call them the older millennial crowd, who is really deep into this Godzilla stuff. Uh they are really nitpicking Godzilla now, and I think the main reason is because Toho movie is coming out first, and guys like me, people like me is gonna give Toho the benefit of the doubt all day, every day, gazillion times on Sundays over Lionsgate or whoever does Godzilla right now in America. So, who never compared Godzilla fair ever? Yeah. Yeah, so let me get Raven up here. Shin Ultraman is being made, I heard. Pigeons Week for Sunday. He's talking about the Eagles. So, a lot of this Godzilla skepticism now by the older millennials now, who I would assume was brainwashed to know that Godzilla was the only monster. That's not the truth. And I'm going to tell you something about Toho right now. Toho, doing this movie and it's coming out first, is reminding the Americans who is the real Godzilla. How bold is the real. And I also think, and my nephew pointed this out, if you watch the King Kong Godzilla movie, the first one that came out in, I guess was 2021, the one thing you noticed about it was that it was very King Kong centric. I mean, they made Godzilla getting dragged by a fake imitation Mecha Godzilla, which they could have done better, and they did with crap. And I get the feeling the Japanese wasn't happy with that. So them releasing this movie is sending a loud message to the Americans. You do not fuck with the king of the monsters. Okay. You let that to us. And the American guys who follow this, I would say 95% of these clowns really dismiss the Toho studios of Godzilla. I got news for you, white man. And you listen good. Godzilla is never going to be your monster. Okay. Stop the shenanigans. And the Japanese now, Toho Studios, is sending a loud message to Americans. What you see in Lionsgate or whoever does, let me see what Raven said. It's one of the next big Japanese film. They're bringing Ultraman back. Ultraman will actually go into the States. It's called Shin Ultraman by the same guy that made Shin Godzilla. Okay. And the point I'm making is again, that I could have told these young people what they really needed to know. Seriously. I could have told them everything they needed to know. Now, they're like, oh, wait a minute. What happens if this Godzilla is better than the American version? Number one, he's going to be. Because Toho is sending all of us a loud message who think that the American Godzillas. It also, I'm hearing rumblings, and this is why you listen to the people who are fair and balanced. I'm hearing rumors now that in this movie coming up in here in the United States in 6 weeks, that uh, this Godzilla is just destructive. Voltron versus the GoBots. You could never get me. I wouldn't pay a dime to see those goddamn GoBots. You kidding me? So these Godzilla guys who are from the States, these youngins, they are confused. That's the best way of saying it. They are very confused. And I'm glad the Japanese is sending a loud message to the Americans when it comes to Gaza. All right. I mean, goddamn, these Godzilla things are all over the place. All over the place for me and my algorithms. Whew. All right, let me get Raven Knight up here. And we'll talk about the Lions some more. I promise you, they are looking phenomenal right now. Easy schedule. Mr. Miami's cracking up. Yeah, you never pay. You couldn't pay me to sit there and watch Voltron bullshit. You might as well just shoot me. Meanwhile, in the baseball game, it's still 1-0 Philly, as I have that behind me. So, boy, 2-0 Philly, by the way. Mr. Miami's watch gets WWE next. U.S. and Ghana is playing a friendly soccer game. I could care less about that. Back to the Lions. I mean, folks, they're going to get better and better and better. They should go undefeated in the division. They should go undefeated against the NFC South and the NFC West, but they already beat the Chiefs. And their interdivision games are the Ravens, who they play Sunday. That's going to be a very interesting game. I'll give you the first half of that because I got my basketball draft at 11 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be on it right after that draft is over. And I'll give you the first half of that ball fest. And I'm gone. I'll be back 8 o'clock for the Dolphins and the Dolphins and the Eagle kickoff. So then we'll see you tomorrow night for more baseball. And then we'll see you again Thursday afternoon with Platt with the picks. I may do some more baseball. I don't know. Depends. I mean, if Texas goes up 3-0 tomorrow, I'll come on Thursday and do the clincher for them to go to the World Series. Dolphins and Eagles thumbnail is in the works. I hope people enjoy that. It's a pretty cool thumbnail for Sunday night to be exact. I'll be up here, like I said, 8 o'clock Sunday night for that showdown.
What's up, Moose?
What's up, man? And then, like I said, we're gonna see something in a couple on Sunday night, folks. Should be a hell of a football game Sunday night. Let's see if Raven Knight got up here. No, not yet. Ooh.
It's one of those days, huh?
No, not at all. Raven's here.
Raven, what's up?
I know Raven wants to put his 2 cents in all these things. I'm beginning to realize and see. I will say this: give Toho a lot of credit for putting their movie out first. And
oh no, this has been part of the plan. What they did with Legendary. What's up, Canes? Happy birthday on this way to you, bro.
yeah, happy birthday,
Yeah,
3 hours.
What's up, Mace? Man,
What's up, bro?
Okay, I like Gamera's new look. It's about time, and Gamera is making a small comeback. But the truth about it is, I mean, yeah, he has a small cult following. That's because Gamera was for the kids. And there was a Japanese reporter that went directly to Toho. Toho liked the idea, but it just came down to the fact of money. Because in Japan, Godzilla is always, gonna be a box sitter, and Gamera as well. So you're looking at a big movie house versus pretty much size, small. Not, I mean, compared to Toho, die ain't nothing. Toho got international deals. That's what makes them the powerhouse. So they can't figure out how many tickets they get, how much, compared to them. So
No,
it's, I mean, he's separate. He gonna forever be separate. I like the animations and all, but yeah.
the point I was making is from listening to these white guys doing these documentaries and stuff, they seem taken aback of the deep history of Godzilla and the deep history of Gamma and the deep history of like an Ultraman that came in. Um, the guys who wear the bug suits. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
It's
the
like,
Cayman Riders.
yeah,
Well, I mean, you got to look at it like this because I mean, when you bring those characters back, out of the '70s into this, I mean, the anime crowd is a true demographic. I mean, the millennials, they gonna make that a big demographic when they start. The studios gonna start leaning to them and basically making. I mean, they've already started doing it, bringing the anime content back. Now I know that Zach Efron, besides him doing his Von Erich movie, he made a bid to actually bring Robotech. Now a live action Robotech. Well, I've been waiting to see that. I'm like, yeah, you gonna need some special effects for that. Put some Star Wars money behind it. But so they're gonna start actually waning more toward the anime crowd. I mean, but
that's
Toho and
fundamental.
Gamera
That,
ain't gonna ever be ready. I mean, I can picture Legend, putting the Easter egg reminding you of Gamera, in the MonsterVerse universe. Yeah. But I mean, in a film adaptation, how you gonna get by him flying, bro? You just can't take it serious. I
I
took
think
Ghidorah
a lot.
serious.
I think more people do than you realize, Raven.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
no, no. They gonna
You cannot,
call
Raven. You
BS.
cannot argue, Raven. You cannot argue with people who are in their 50s, bro.
No,
You call
even
this shit
I mean,
real.
that's beyond
Tell me lie.
suspended disbelief. I mean, a flying turtle shell with afterburners. Come on now.
That was his character. What do you want him to do? That was his character. That's who he was. You could laugh at him, but uh, I will always say, and this is what the young man who did the documentary was talking about. He said, "How the hell can you even poo this guy?" And I'm glad that you're seeing more and more documentaries of him popping up now. Uh, again, like the guy said, and he did an excellent job. And I read between the lines what he meant that a lot of people in Japan did not like that Godzilla went to the, I guess in their case, went to the east. They liked the fact that he became a big star around the world. They did not appreciate that.
No, you can get over it. Nobody gonna take no flying turtle shell serious.
Well, that's you, Raven. I mean, that's you, bro. But
I
again,
mean, for real. Can you
Raven,
really
I'm
picture
sorry.
yourself going to
Raven,
an
I'm sorry
AMC
to poo-poo.
theater?
Raven, I'm sorry to poo-poo you, but now you're laughing, bro. His three movies in the 1990s were the top monster movies on Earth, bro. And the white guy who was a Godzilla fan, when his documentary, I'm gonna get him up here. What's this young man name again? I reached out to him. I said, "Yeah, I want to talk to you up here near -1 comes out." What's this young kid's name again? This kid did an awesome job. You see, guys
Mm,
like you, Raven, is the reason why white boys your age who do this shit is very skeptical now.
nah,
Yes,
nobody
they
gonna see
are,
no
Raven. Cut
Godzilla.
it out. Yes, they are.
We like to see Godzilla go ahead and maybe make a fried turtle or maybe a stew with him.
He's not gonna. If they did that movie right now, I will bet 100K Gamera wins that fight.
No
And I
way.
say it again, and like I said again, and the guy said the same thing. You cannot be losing twice to a goddamn caterpillar, bro. Fucking, fucking Gamera will destroy Martha. It wouldn't be fair. Matter of fact, Gamera will probably spare Martha
Godzilla
after he
still
whooped his
commands
ass,
the
bro.
Titans. Godzilla tell the Titans to attack him first.
Like, like Gamera can't take the Titans? Are you crazy?
He couldn't
You
take
know,
Rodan. He
you
couldn't
know
even
what?
take Rodan.
You know which one will give him a hard time? I will admit.
Rodan. He couldn't
No,
even
no,
keep up with Rodan.
he'll beat Rodan.
Nah.
The one monster that will give Gamera a hard time, other than Godzilla, will be King Ghidorah. That will be a hell of a fight. That will be a hell of a fight.
Oh yeah, King Ghidorah.
He'll destroy the others. It's not even.
Gigan would also get him too. Yeah, he wouldn't be able to handle. See, he got limitations. He can't even handle the space aliens.
He'll beat the space aliens. He lives in outer space, bro. He'll beat the space.
Oh, a
Give me
turtle
a
in outer
break,
space.
bro.
I'm done.
Give me a break.
I'm done. Space Godzilla, fuck him up.
Please, please. He'll beat Space Godzilla in 15 minutes, bro. Boy, would be a match.
No way. So, okay, what happened last night? The Cowboys. Did you see any of it? I mean, Dak did the same mistake.
I did most of the second half. Dallas came back, showed some heart, showed some guts, and Dak was courageous last night. That's why all the players were hugging him after the game. And while Justin Herbert has really regressed. Herbert looks horrible. And people could say, I hope you hit I hope you listening, nigga. That is why Micah Parsons is the fucking man. At the end of that game last night, he got to fucking Justin Herbert's ass and threw his ass, sacked his ass like a rag doll. And then next play, he threw the interception to my man. He used to be on the Patriots. Game over.
Okay, I gotta watch the highlights because I mean, third quarter I was out.
Cynical Justin is the young man's name. Cynical Justin.
Okay.
I will be getting him up here before Road One, before the holidays, because in America that's coming out right before Thanksgiving. I mean, after Thanksgiving. So he did a tremendous job on both documentaries. Gave Godzilla his love, gave Gamera his love.
Godzilla's better.
Man, please. Gamera will wipe out Monster Island so fast it ain't funny. I'll tell you, give him a problem too. Mecha Godzilla would, especially Mecha Godzilla from the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, we only seen Mecha once, so it ain't no telling. He probably is being rebuilt because he came back several times.
Yeah, that piece of shit that they did when Legendary made him ass was a disgrace.
No, it was right. It was right. I mean, like I said, I mean, it basically begins him coming back because I mean, you know, Mecha has 3 forms each time he got rebuilt. Remember that backpack he's gonna. I mean, this pretty much that's like the second time where he has that backpack cannon. Mm-hmm. So I'm pretty sure he's being rebuilt again. I mean, they ain't like they just threw it away. I think that that was the last chunk of Ghidorah. So Ghidorah should be, unless they pick up any of that membrane, you know, Ghidorah should be gone. But I still think that he called out to Gigan. I still think Gigan is somewhere out there and is on its way.
The
Yeah.
movie, that American version would be interesting, but now that this movie's coming out in a couple of weeks, bro,
Oh
and
yeah, that
Toho did it,
legendary. I'm
when
sorry.
Toho did it, I'm not even thinking about this legendary movie or whatever they call that company.
Did you see the legendary concept of Geigen? I mean, they had them. I mean, they got the rights to them. They just haven't used them yet.
I can tell you right now, they'll do a good job redoing Gigan.
Oh man, he looks good. I mean, it was a concept art. They did a concept art of him back. I think that was during King of the Monsters, as a matter of fact. Of what they it was a concept art drawing of Gigan of what he would look like in the monster verse, and it did kept all the iconic features about him, but the fact that at that time they quote they didn't know how to write in a space chicken. They thought audience would like it.
Again, the comics, bro.
Oh man, I mean his eyes like ruby. You could probably Google it. You could just type up Google concept art for Gigan Mont Legendary, because it was in the art book that came with King of the Monsters. Yeah.
No, no, Raven, when you're talking this stuff, I do listen to you. I respect your opinion. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not one of these guys back on the, say, yeah, right. Well, no, I don't do those things
Yeah.
unless it's out of left field. No, I'm just telling you that I do believe what you're saying. I'm not even arguing with
Well, it's like the now the Monarch, when that Monarch show hits, I mean it is now turning eyes. It actually has okay, I don't even go by
you. Raven,
Rotten Tomatoes.
I have seen some of that. I could tell you right now. I'm not going to
Uh-huh.
tell you because you can find out for yourself. But they already released the dates of the shows. There's going to be 10 shows.
Yep.
They'll be on every Friday night
Yep.
from I guess early November to early January or mid January.
Mid
And they're going to
January.
put in a lot of new monsters that are
Yep.
going to be in this movie coming up. So
Yep.
my nephew's going to lend me his Apple so I can watch it on Apple TV on his iPad when it comes out. So
Awesome. Yep. 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 It's gonna go into January. That's because the movie it was gonna be out in March, but they had to push it back because of the strike. So it's gonna be out April.
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
yeah, yeah. The funny thing is, I'm not Googling this. All of a sudden, this stuff is coming in my algorithms.
Mm-hmm.
So
No, that's because your browser's open. Well, my browser mic is open, so the AI is picking off that. It's gonna hit you up. It's putting cookies into your browser.
yeah, I'm getting all this Godzilla stuff all over the place. I might as well watch it because I wouldn't say I'm out of touch. I'm more of I don't get into it like these young dudes do, bro. But now there are videos popping up, Raven. A lot of these young dudes sound like they were blindsided by Toho, bro.
The Monsterverse is big.
These guys are like, wow.
The Monsterverse. Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
questioning how come they made this Godzilla more bigger and meaner than what's coming out on Lionsgate's version. Yeah,
Legendary. They're not Lionsgate. They're legendary.
legendary. These people are stupid. I could have told you.
I mean, it
Yeah,
has. I mean, the thing about it, it's like all the fans got to make it a success. So that means we've already committed to. We're probably gonna see this film in the theaters 3, 4 times. That way, box office number goes up because this one, it does have to set a precedent. It does. So it's like automatically coming off the top. Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire has to gross 500 million globally, and I mean, if it can gross 100 to 200 or 3, 4, but 500 million into $1 billion to get caught up for the past couple films that they lost during the pandemic, which was that what? It was what? Godzilla versus Kong?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. So it's a yeah. You gonna start seeing. Oh, wait till November. I mean, Monarch is gonna be a hit. Anybody that ain't
Oh
got
yeah,
Apple
yeah.
TV, they
That's gonna
gonna
be real good, bro.
yeah, that's gonna be a
That's gonna
hit.
be real good.
That was something. I mean, HBO. See, HBO had to go woke. HBO had to go woke so much. They got The Last of Us, and they picked The Last of Us over this show, and this show could have actually brought the normal people, the normies, back to HBO as they got ready for another season of House of Dragon. But HBO got woke. They went woke, and it is what it is. Apple put down a lot of money for this shit. This shit is actually going to be a hit. It is. It got Kurt Russell and his son. Oh, they committed. I'm like, no, they don't ever do no series and it be short term. So you're looking at multiple seasons of Monarch, which depending on how the performance of this film is, that could lead into another film. Legendary and Toho got great relationships. They happy. They are actually happy. So, they actually did this plan where in between this next film, they were going to go ahead and put out Godzilla minus one. Now, the director of Shin Godzilla, because that's an acclaimed hit. That was an acclaimed hit over there. He's bringing back Ultraman, this Shin Ultraman. So it's gonna be kind of stylish like Shin Godzilla. You know how he totally demo like that's the scariest Godzilla I have ever seen in my life. I'm terrified of Shin Godzilla. I don't want to see Shin Godzilla show up in legendary films. No, that's just what Godzilla did in that movie. Freaked me out. First time ever.
He's gonna do this. He's gonna do worse than this one coming up in 6 weeks. That's what everyone out there is saying. They say he's gonna do worse.
Oh, he's just more powerful. I mean, he's bigger. I mean, his arms, he got strong arms. Uh, does he go up against another Godzilla? I don't know.
That's
I
what they're
don't know.
saying, but they also said that there is a surprise monster that's who he's gonna be fighting in this movie.
Yeah, that's who he's gonna be fighting. Yeah, yeah. It's like, I think it's another Godzilla, and he's gonna fight it. Cause I'm like, them arms. You see the arms on the new Toho, you be like, oh, he ready to fight. He's been fighting. He ain't no small little old protruding arms. No, he on the same level of legendary Godzilla for real with the arms. After Godzilla got his power up from Mothra. I'm a rage like a mud if they ain't brought up Mothra rebirthing. I mean, come on now. Like she should be popping up. She got to get in this. It don't feel right with her not being around and not being involved in what's going on in Middle Earth and all this and that. So that's just my opinion on it.
No, I respect your opinion, bro. I'm just listening to you.
I mean, it's a plot hole. It's a big ass plot hole. And Adam has promised to cover all the plot holes, and he's doing a good job. I mean, he be over at Dangerville watching everybody comments when they're theory crafting about what, when Alistair starts going in depth about this big bad monkey orangutan down there and his pet, and he starts going in detail about that Titan that's over in Cairo, Baphomet. And so, he starts wondering if has this been kind of what they've all been talking about, trying to connect dots here and there. So Adam Winsgard be watching that channel and be paying attention to people's comments. So, I mean, he's making the movie. I mean, they're at the VSX phase right now, final edit cut. So, we'll see. I mean, he did good with Kong versus Godzilla. He did good. So we'll just see. But either way it goes, Godzilla survives, Kong survives at the end of this upcoming film. Godzilla 1 needs to be talking about where Godzilla's, they need to be setting up a destroyer because the oxygen bomb, it's making him. How long did it take in the original film for Destroyer to come together after that bomb? Was it 5 years?
Yeah, that's when he fought Ungulus in the second movie.
Was that when he popped up? Wasn't it like 5 years after they dropped that
Yeah,
oxygen bomb?
5 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
when he
yeah.
fought
I've
Ungulus.
been thinking is the magic number's been five. It's been 5 years, so that
It
five
was.
years already taken
I know
place.
this like the palm of my hand. It was the original. Then it was against Ungulus. Then it was Kong. Then it was King Ghidorah. Then it was Mothra. That was the classic Godzilla versus the Thing. Then it was Ibra. You know him as the spider monster, the crab monster, Godzilla versus the sea monster. Then it was Monster Zero. And then the kitty son of Godzilla, when he stepped on his tail, made him shoot the hula hoop of fire. And then it was Destroy All Monsters after that.
Yeah, and sadly, you know,
Wrestling is over. Pull yourself up here, 305.
that's what I didn't like about Godzilla versus Kong, because basically the intro was destroy all monsters, where they all went up against them, and Godzilla went up against everybody. I'm like, how come I thought they were trying to set up to destroy all monsters type film, and I still think that is, because they know that's the money maker right there.
I think, and this is gonna sound crazy to you, but I understand it. And Raven, you're gonna be like typical white people. And this is not racial, this is a fact what I'm about to say. I don't think American people who follow this, they don't care about the other monsters. They just want to see Godzilla and whoever he's gonna fight next. You know, you can make a monster out of the blue, so who he's gonna fight next. While in Japan, they understand with Toho over there, if this movie is a monster hit, what they're going to do next is they're going to make decisions. They're going to go, hey, should we bring back? They're not even thinking about Gigan. They're going to go, should we bring back Destroyer over here and just let it happen?
They have to. I mean, they already created him. He's already planted in the monsterverse. He's already in. I done watched the scene. I mean, what part am I at? Yeah, I already passed the part. But yeah, they created the oxygen bomb. And at the very end, as the guy is leading the terrorists in to pick up Gator's head, he said nothing in the bay is living. So it's like it's happening.
Yeah, I think what's happened here, Raven, is for all the pomp and circumstance which you're hearing right now here in the United States, there are a lot of people who are skeptical right now about how the hell does Toho come through here and got this movie out here first.
Well, that's because they built it at a smaller scale. They added special effects, and yeah, the special effects a lot easier in Japan compared to our software over here. But over here we got thread rippers, server farms. There's a lot to go in the VFX. Yeah, it's just the way. I mean, it just is. I mean, they that's why Toho is so iconic, man. I mean, they started them.
Exactly, Raven.
They started the movies on miniatures, bro. Now, back then, those miniatures for us over here in the States, those cost what? I remember there was some from several hundred to several thousands, because pretty much those guys that were hobbyists that had the model trains would actually buy up all that scale stuff. So yeah, the miniatures back in the day was a fortune, but they made $1 billion off of it. So
Yeah, man.
that I mean, there's there's a write up on Godzilla -1 that's on ScreenRant.com right now, and you can see his face. I'm like, yeah, this Godzilla, this he look mean. Now there's
He
another.
does, bro.
Oh, go ahead.
No, he does, bro. See, this guy here that Toho's making, he will destroy every monster that whoever that company's doing this movie here in the States. It won't even be competition.
Mm. Yeah, he got that. He got that. He got that.
Mm-hmm.
he pissed. like, like, what the hell pissed you off, Godzilla? We're sorry. We're sorry.
A great Godzilla is a Godzilla that is on a rampage and is destroying everything in his way.
Yep.
Not the one that is being chummy with ass clowns like Kong.
No, Godzilla keep it funky. I mean, you know, he never did bend the knee. He didn't be, and I'm like, I don't know why people are still trying to even compare that fight. Godzilla won that hands down. Hands down, he won that. I'm like, I can't even debate that. I mean, he had his foot on his chest. He told him, stay down. He wasn't even tired.
Hey, Rev, you know how funny it's going to be when Godzilla visits Skull Island in this new American movie and Kong, who's going to get his ass beat by all the kaiju monsters, not the Titans, kaiju monsters, America. He's going to be begging Godzilla for help. Isn't that going to be funny?
Yeah. I mean,
that's just going to be funny.
I mean, yeah. I mean, because right now, okay, in this timeline, if we move in chronological order, in this timeline, and I mean, because we technically are over 5 years, you know, but I think in the events between, because now there was no way society could actually rebuild itself from all that damage from King of the Monsters, but it looked like it did, because I swear King of the Godzilla vs. Kong started 5 years later. So this is, I mean, pretty much, and now this Godzilla done already went to atomic level, already boosted with Mothra. He, she, or it should be reproducing right now. The son of Godzilla should be popping up. His offspring, because after all, if Destroyer's around, the son got to be around, because the son gets killed in that fight. If you remember, I mean, they're gonna kill out Godzilla. I mean, the Monsterverse is gonna kill it, because that's how they put him to rest before they do a reboot. There's one guy over in Japan who actually wants to bring the scary part of Godzilla back, which they're hoping with Godzilla -1 starts, because he wants to do an actual R-rated Godzilla, where Godzilla pretty much is going after humans this time.
That would be funny.
Yeah, he wants to. Yeah, he wants to make a violent one, where Godzilla is the enemy and pretty much he comes after us.
Well, in the movie in Japan, he is the enemy. Trust me. He is the enemy over there. I mean, people don't understand. Like me, when I get into this shit, I get into it. And these white guys, man, they were telling me, listening to them talk, a lot of them are really caught with their pants down that Toho has come up with a movie this good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
It's gonna be fascinating. I'll say that.
It's gonna be interesting.
I'm pumped up for it. I'll be in the theater on the 2nd to see it.
I know it takes place in like 1945, and you know, so that's all I know about it so far. But I know, yeah,
it says place in 1945, and then they jump all the way to 19. What do they say?
what, the 50s?
I think they jumped to 1973.
Mm.
Yeah, they jump all the way to 1973.
Mm.
This movie's gonna be fascinating. I love what I've seen. I mean, and by the way, this is for you, whatever that company is here in the United States. There will be no buddy with any of the other monsters in this movie. Also, word of mouth family. They're not called Titans. They're called Kaijus.
Kaiju.
Okay.
Yeah, Titans. Titans has such a Pacific Rim, American color to it.
That's the problem. Just let things be. But oh no. Oh, we're gonna change this and we're gonna change that. And you guys have done a good job. You guys have done a tremendous job with the dynamics of your last two movies. War of the You know, I heard a guy say War of the Monsters one of the worst movies ever made, bro.
Really?
I'm not kidding. I mean, not War of the Monsters, King of the Monsters. The one that you love so much. Well, I thought it was a great movie, by the way. He was complaining that it was, there was no action to the end, bro. There was action throughout that movie. I don't know what the hell he was talking about.
I guess he wanted to see some combos being thrown and whiptail moves. I guess, I guess people want to actually see two actors in model suits actually go at it and do MMA moves or something.
Yeah, here's the part that bothers me, and I'm just gonna keep it 1,000. Okay.
Maybe they want to bring back Killer Instinct or something.
Yeah, no, ain't that. It was something I was gonna say about. Can these people here in the United States stop referring to 2014? That movie sucked. That movie was terrible. You couldn't pay me to sit and watch Godzilla 2014.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No, I love Shin Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
No. I'm not
Shin
when they
Godzilla
were gonna make.
scared the hell out of me.
I know when they were gonna make King of the Monsters. I said they better do this shit right, and they did it right. I'll never forget it. I text my nephew. I said, buddy, the Americans finally got it right.
That they did.
I was telling the story. I was telling you this. When I was in the theater to watch that movie that day, they had the big, monster fight in Fenway Park, and Godzilla crushing monsters to get to King Ghidorah. And there was a woman sitting in front of me, and there was two clowns sitting next to me. And the two clowns sitting next to me were on the cell phones going, oh, these movies boring. These just a bunch of monsters fighting. And I didn't say nothing. So the woman looked at me, and I said, honey, and I gave her the side look. As she saw the two white guys waving, she got up and started cursing them out. I was on the floor. It's like I tell people, when you go see new Godzilla movies that come out, most of the people in the theater is over 50 years old. If you're some young millennial guy and you go in there to watch the movie, go home. Go pick up a couple of women and bang them for half an hour and go back to work. This movie is not really for the youngins unless you follow the storyline. It's like being a Star Wars fan. If you don't know who the early characters were of Star Wars, you're never going to follow it. You're never going to get it. You're just not going to get it. Same thing with Star Trek. If you don't know who Captain Kirk was, then you're never going to get it. Real talk. You got to know. See, Raven knows these people because Raven's more of the Godzilla is Jesus fan club. Raven, I'm just fucking with you. For me, and a lot of those people 48 years old and older, Godzilla is our hero. He's our icon. But I'll tell you right now, Raven, you go to that theater, a lot of them feel the same way about Gamera because as little kids, the one thing we knew, Gamera loved children. He'll never hurt us.
Yeah, they appeased to the kids because they knew they couldn't appease to the adults when it came to Godzilla.
Looking Raven's cracking up. No, the adults loved Godzilla back then. They feel like my parents thought Godzilla was cool. It's like I told you. Thanksgiving Day 1968, folks, I'm not young. Double feature. My cousin was in the core. You know, they do the drumming and everything. And as teenagers, you do the drumming and stuff. And he was in the parade. After the parade was over, my father took me, my brothers, and my cousins. And the double feature that day was Destroy All Monsters and Planet of the Apes. You couldn't get two better movies. Especially back then. Yes, Mr. Miami, old school Star Trek in the 60s, yes. I was just watching it today. I don't watch Picard. For what? You know, I'm a Kirk guy all the way. Especially the second season of Star Trek in 1967-68. You know, but all right, Raven, your girl's in the building in NXT. Mr. Miami just put in the chat room. So Jade is in the building wherever they're having NXT at.
Jade?
Yes, he's in the building.
Yeah, she all over the place. She done came face to face with Charlotte Flair. She marking her targets.
Yeah.
I wonder who she about to align herself with.
Well, I was telling Miami this last night. It was last night. I was telling them this. Bianca Belair has put out that she'll be back in wrestling school, but soon. But she's focused now on her project, which is her and her husband is doing like a reality show. They already shot 10 episodes. Going to be on Hulu, and that's why she's been gone for a long time.
She could be gone. But boy, when she get back, everybody's like, now we want to see you go up against Jay Carter. This is the dream match that's basically been forced on the WWE.
Raven, that girl will get destroyed by Jade. You know that, bro.
I don't care. I just want to see them together in the ring.
More pretty Bianca Belair gets smashed, right? Like Godzilla fighting
you know, actually, I wouldn't mind them being a tag team. I mean, that's like a female version of the Skyscrapers. Like bullshit. Not saying, I mean, wow, you know, Jay can end up becoming like a female Undertaker, but you know, she decided to do a gimmick. But you know, I mean, as far as I mean, when was the last time you seen two athletic African American women in a tag team set up? I ain't seen that. I
I
ain't
never
seen that
seen
in a
it.
minute.
I don't know who was the chick. I stopped watching wrestling from my nephew went to college back then.
Uh-huh.
She's related to Rock's family. There was this fine ass chick. That bitch was thick all over the place. I forgot her name, but that was like 15 years ago when she was in the WWE. Mr. Miami says he doesn't have Hulu. I don't have it either. You know, I got to buy my mother a Fire Stick so she can watch all the football on YouTube. Raven, you just buy the Fire Stick, plug it in, that's it.
No, I just hacked the whole network.
No, I'm not saying if you buy a Fire Stick, you just plug it in and all the stuff comes up.
And I think you have to download it. You have to download everything into the Fire Stick and then upload it,
So stuff like
or you hack it. I choose to hack it.
oh, okay. I feel you.
Anything with a digital image I can find over the internet.
Tasha Steele, Keon Hogan, TNA Wrestling. I don't know. I'm not going to be there for that. I just enjoy talking Godzilla with Raven. Yo, true story, a friend of mine lost his job after he asked Liv Morgan to take a picture. Damn, really? Wow. Just taking a picture with Liv Morgan, he lost his job. 305 is cracking up because I said I don't do TNA.
Hold on a second. All right, there we go.
I don't know who these next characters are. 305 excited, but Jade is in the building. So is Raven. Raven, what you do? You don't pay attention to next?
No, not really.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
I, that game wore me out last night. Shit, I'm just sitting back, uh, making me something to eat.
No, it's a
I'm
good
getting,
win.
I'm getting used to my desk. That's
There
what
you
I'm
go.
doing all weekend. Uh, uh, I've gotten used to my desk. I'm putting my system together.
There you go.
Done a lot of homework. Shoot, one motherboard that I wanted to get, I found out got discontinued.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm building
Um,
a small one and a large one. MATX, which is the micro form factor, and I'm also going to do an extended one, which is the largest. I've been doing a lot of tech research and studying, getting up to date.
yeah, man. I feel you. No, really. I know how hard it is to build what you're talking about.
It's so much, and then learning the Rodecaster 2 compared to the Rodecaster Duo. Now knowing the difference between the two. No, it's a big difference. It's a big difference. But yeah, just lining everything all up, getting is that no one. I don't think a lot. I think content creators have always done. They show the step by step how they take the build they stuff up. Man, yeah, it's some work. It's some work.
And what do you think about the guys who just take an iPhone and do it?
I be mad. I be mad. I'm not gonna lie. I make you son of a bitch. You just use that damn iPhone. I hate iPhones. But all my tech research, I'm actually, and War Master gonna hate me for it because I told him a couple weeks back. I'm like, I'm honestly now looking at getting the Apple just because of functionality. Yeah, it's some stuff in software that I can only run on the Apple. So I'm like, I have to get one.
There you go.
I don't like it. I don't like spending extra thousands of dollars for some shit that I could build myself. I'm not happy about it, but I'm pretty sure once I have it in my hand, I'll be happy. But I'm like, yeah, I got to become an Apple customer after all. Next year on processors, the 8000 AMD is releasing the 8000 series, and that's such in a short year. In a short year, there's already new processors that's coming out next year. Overall abundance of power chips. Basically, the Intel comes out a little bit over edge of the AMD 7950 X3D, even the X3D. Numbers are almost the same, but not exactly the same. So due to that, yeah, AMD's coming out with new processors next year. I'm not happy about that. Especially when I'm about to buy a processor. Yeah, especially when I'm about to buy one. I'm like, oh man. But I mean, it's easily changed out. But yeah, aren't any. Well, I mean, there's a couple games out there that's gonna push it hard. Provide reason for this, but we'll see. Hopefully, the Cowboys have a winning season by then.
Well, they got a bye this week, and then the Rams go to Dallas.
Now they get to regroup finally.
And then you got the Eagles after that.
I didn't like the way they were looking at the first half. That's why I was so frustrated because I was like, we should be up 20. I felt we should have been up 20 by the beginning of the second quarter, and I was like, I didn't like how we were struggling. Like here we go again with these low scoring games.
That was a huge play by Parsons with that sack, and then the next play through the interception. Dallas held on to win. Brian Will in the building. What's up, family? It's important to craft a solid studio. That is true.
Yes, it is. Meticulous. Oh man, I had to be meticulous with my cable management.
Dollar Will said, "Get the real computer. The Apple products just work."
Yeah, I mean, out of everything that I've been designing, I threw on paper and threw on simulators, I cannot beat that damn Apple fucking processor. I'm mad. I'm like, that's Alienware. All right. I can't beat it. It's not a damn. I mean, there's one chip, but I'm like, I'm not spending those $7,000 for a YouTube channel. You can kiss it. Y'all ain't worth that. No, y'all gotta make me some money. Fuck that. Like, no. The Apple, yeah. I'm actually looking at a Mac Pro. The Mac Pro with some additional add-ons here and there to get me where I need to go. But I'm also looking at I am getting a ZenBook. That's one thing I am getting. So, but that Mac, yeah, there's some things Mac just do better. Hate this shit. That's my only resolution. There's just some things that Apple can do better. Don't like it. Don't like it.
There you go. Good to see everybody here tonight. Dollar Will pulled up.
There's a couple things that Apple can do better. There's a few things.
Will pulled up. Yeah, man.
Yeah. So all's been quiet in the sphere.
I guess so. You know me, I'm not peeking my head in there, bro.
I haven't.
You know me, I lay low. Getting ready for Niggerland in a couple of weeks. People love that. People love the way it looked. Yo, Dollar Will, Brian, you go sign up, bro. Here it is. Put it up for you guys. Where is that? Here we go. There we are. Get this up here. This Hamas stuff is crazy.
Man, it's not a good situation. It's getting worse and worse, especially with today. With what happened today?
Yeah, these people are crazy, bro.
Yeah. I know our commander in chief is our symbol of freedom and peace, but Biden got a task on his hand tomorrow. I hope he can figure out a way. But yeah, this ain't looking good. This ain't looking good at all. A few of our reservists has already got called up.
Appreciate that, Canes. Let me show the guys this. Oh, just had it. Here we go. Show these guys while go sign up right now. Only need 3 more, then I can do my videos over there, my streaming. We'll get this started. There you go. There you go, boys. Go sign up right now, only on Rumble. People in the clouds, go ahead, go hit me up on Rumble and sign up for that. Dollar Will's cracking up. I'm gonna make that shit like Monster Land, the video we can try. So that'll be November the 11th, folks. Mr. Miami says he'll be on the sideline. I gotta get into Rumble. I've never been there. I only went there to do a channel like this because I'm hearing YouTube is cutting people off like crazy, bro. Especially African American nigga shit channels. So it's in Rumble, you can get away with it. So let me go over there, get this channel started. Everybody can sign up. And there you go. Raven Knights with me. Big Canes is with us. And 305 will be up with us in about 5 minutes. As it's gonna be 10 o'clock. I forgot. NXT still got 10 minutes. We got that 10:08 off the air. I mean, it's just funny, man. You know what I'm saying? Professional wrestling. Yeah, we know wrestling's on right now, 305. I mean, if there was Cop Roast Wrestling, Mr. 305 would watch that. Yeah, bro. You know this was like a good decade ago. A lot of the Latino dudes will get together. They do backyard wrestling.
Yeah, go to the ER.
Yeah,
Quit.
they didn't mind though, bro. They were happy. It was like a badge of courage to have a neck
Backyard
bracelet on their neck.
wrestling.
Shit, they love that shit.
Know when John Morrison showed his home, he got a ring in the back of his yard.
Crazy, right?
Mm-hmm. Shoot, so does Matt Hardy. Also, but I think theirs is inside. I mean, that's because the Hardys got money. They got land. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you go ahead. I will go take what I have to. Who? He said John Morrison. So, Philadelphia fans loving it as they're about to open it up. And I'm going to take a couple of my medications. I come up here and take you through another hour of this, and we'll see you tomorrow night for some more baseball. And we'll do the NBA, my NBA rankings tomorrow night, top 20 in the NBA. 8 teams in the West are in the top 10. Like JT Realmuto's up. Philadelphia Pigeons. Yeah, we'll see the Eagles Sunday night against the Dolphins. Should be a good one. Or as Omar Kelly said today in Twitter, it's going to be a death. It's going to be a death match in the cage. Oh man, one day it's going to be a long night too. Shit. Let me go do this real quick. I can watch what the Philly does in the living room. Be back in 3 minutes, everybody. Just hold on. We'll take this to another level. We'll talk about the NBA when I come back. That should keep the audience around. Oh.
Bye, get her right. Yeah. Dun, dun. There we go.
Yeah. All right.
Welcome back.
Ooh.
Welcome back, Jack.
All right, the Phillies up 6-0, so they'll comfortably go up 2-0 in this series.
So the Phillies gonna win it, huh?
No, I think the Rangers are going to win. They got the best manager of the millennium. He wins this year, he's going to go after Joe Torre next year. Never bet against Bruce Bochy, bro. I told you, Ranger fans, when they hired him a year ago, things were going to change in Arlington. This is not Ron Washington. I love you, Ron, but bro.
Oh, really?
No. Man, the 3 World Series in the 2010s. Man, knows how to manage.
How do you think the Astros are feeling right now?
I think they're confident, but if they get rocked tomorrow, then they know it's over. Because one thing the Rangers can do is score, score, and score. Texas can beat you 11-2. They can beat you 2-0. I mean, look what they did to Houston in Game 1. Beat them 2-0. In Houston. See, I'd rather if I'm the Rangers win tomorrow, because I don't see the Astros beating them 4 games in a row.
Taking your time there, gotcha.
I know one thing. Arlington is gonna be rocking tomorrow night. And I hope to hear one of my favorite themes whenever a Ranger hits a home run, and that is from The Natural. The fireworks going off in center field. So, hey, let me ask you this, Raven. If the
What's up?
Rangers get it done this year and the Cowboys don't do nothing, how do the people down in that part of the world will feel?
I feel okay. I mean, you know, and I mean, and they would feel all right. I mean, everybody, the eyes still be on the Cowboys because that means all three. That's how it's supposed to happen. All four teams in the city got championships of this millennia. Cowboys looking to be the last one. Instead of leading the pack, Cowboys is going to be the last one. I mean, the Mavs got one. Rangers definitely need one. Was one in my lifestyle in my lifetime. The Cowboys ain't done nothing since since the '90s.
I think you're gonna get it, Raven.
I believe it when I see it. I believe it. I ain't gonna get hyped because I mean, hey, last time I got hyped for the Rangers and we almost won a pennant, baseball broke my heart. I'm like, if we lose, I'm not watching baseball ever again. I'm done. I'm done with the sport. I'm done. It's just too long. 182 games, man. No. Then get to the end. No.
And like I always do, my team been sucking for the last 15 years. When you know you ain't going nowhere, get ready for football season.
I mean, baseball. I thought I was gonna be one of the kids that collected the baseball cards until I realized how valuable the baseball cards were, and to get the valuable ones was very hard and difficult because it's like here in Texas at that time, Texas Rangers, Nolan Ryan, and all them. We literally had to wait for comic book stores to move into Dallas and entrepreneurs to open up. All right, so yeah. Yeah, when I saw one of my best friends, I graduated with him in high school, and he the only one in my class that went to the pros, and he had his own baseball card. I was like, okay, that's a thing to do. Hope to see somebody that I actually knew on a baseball card. Got that done. Now I was always waiting for the Rangers. Shoot, I done went through Marlins. I done went through Red Sox. I done went through Yankees. Nah, Rangers. Where the Rangers at? Mm-mm. So I hope they win. They win. Everybody's gonna be happy for the Rangers. Yeah, they're gonna serve a lot of merchandise. That means next year when season open, it's gonna be even more of a corporate skip day than it already is. We hadn't even really thought about. Last time when it came to the World Series, the city itself had to actually think of a parade because that was the first time we ever got that close for the Rangers. We're like, damn, this is the first time Rangers could be, champions, and where we gonna host the damn parade? Arlington?
Yeah,
well, it should. I mean, would you hold it downtown Dallas? No, not necessarily. They ain't been in Dallas. They've been in Arlington. They've been in Arlington as long as I've been living. So Arlington gets it. We didn't know. The city council didn't even know. But, I'm pretty sure now, they'll think about it.
Always loved the ballpark at Arlington. And I like this new stadium too. There's just something about it. I always liked it.
Oh, I like it. I like it. I mean, you get the vibe of baseball. You feel the love of the game when you at that stadium. I mean, you want to go ahead and get your peanuts. You want to get your hot dog. You want to get your nice brewski or your Coke or whatever, and sit back and enjoy a day of baseball. The stadium. I got no beef with the stadium. I mean, I like it when they upgrade baseball stadiums and make them more modern. I like that shit. I like that shit a lot. But it ain't no Cowboy Stadium, you know, you got that, and then you look right across, and you see that big ass Cowboy Stadium. Yeah, you go to a state of art stadium, you kind of get spoiled. Rangers win them one. I'm pretty sure it'll be $1 billion put into theirs. I'm pretty sure Jerry have something to do with that. I think it's time for it to be upgraded anyway, if I remember right.
Phil 5 said a cold beer at the ball game.
Yeah, nice cold beer. See, that's the last memory I had because I was 305. I was blitzed by the fourth inning. Oh,
There you go.
I know how to play baseball. I know the sport. I just ain't watched it ever since the Rangers went to the World Series and lost that shit. That fucked me up. I don't mean to drop an F bomb, but it did for baseball, for the sport. It fucked me up. I mean, we had what was his name? Was it Juan Gonzalez?
Right. It was Gonzalez, Rodriguez, Seattle,
Rodriguez.
Palmero, Michael
Palmero.
Jordan,
Yep.
Julio Franco.
And I wanted them guys to get that win. Ooh, I wanted them guys. I'm like, man, you know how long we rooted for them. We rooted for them, bro. Long in this city. Long time, bro. Yeah. The Rangers that came through a lot of heartache. It's good that they're going up against the Astros because I mean, shit, you are going up against legitimate two-time World Series champion, and hey, maybe they giving us that boosted, send off. Maybe it is our time, but shoot, we'll see. You get to the World Series, but you got to win it. You still got to win it. So, don't come for a strike again. I'll probably have a heart attack at that point.
Yeah, I like the way the Texas looks, bro.
Thank you. You said they were looking good this season.
Because I knew when they hired them, the bullshit what was going on was going to stop. If I had to compare him to a coach in another sport, he would be Mike Tomlin, but white. But what I love about him is he's no nonsense, bro.
Oh, he's no nonsense coach, owner.
No. Nope. You do it his way or the highway.
That is the way.
Texas is 7-0, folks, in these playoffs. 6-0 on the road. They only played one home playoff game.
There we go. I blame Cooler for all these boxes. I really do.
Which one?
I blame Cooler for all these boxes.
Oh yeah.
I blame him. I blame him for this shit. I really do.
Yeah, I agree with that. Shout out to the great DJ Cooler. I haven't seen Cooler in so long, it ain't funny.
Oh, he was on the other night. He comes on late at night, our time.
Sexy Red is killing Cynthia G because, according to her, and she does get her stuff, her facts right, except, of course, against DJ Cooler, she is saying that Cynthia G has a GoFundMe now.
Evil has his way of surviving. We got to be able to kill it, kill it with fire. I mean, God, somehow, some way, she finds a way. Kev talks about the real issues with, on his channel, Black Men Being Brutally Honest. Danica has her great shows as well. It's the sphere, and then other folks in the sphere. They're doing the same stuff. A lot of them are doing the same stuff. I mean, they are gonna do that. I guess that's just the culture it is. You're gonna repeat everybody's content. I trip out on these cats that are able just to scour social media and then pick up all these videos all over the place, and I'm like, it's some crazy stuff happening. It's like people doing some crazy stuff, like that woman who got into it with the inmate. The inmate caused the security guard to lose, well, the prison guard to lose her job. There's some crazy stuff going on. People doing some foolish things. You know what my desk feels like? The top. I got a carbon black. It feels like it's something Batman will have.
Nice.
It has a nice shiny top to it. Yeah, I put LED strips on it. It's nice. I got 2 stages.
Mm-hmm.
The monitors I wanted to get, sadly, something with those Samsungs. They had issues, so I got to pick different monitors. The ones I really wanted, they went up in price instead of going down. They went up. I don't know why, but maybe they were limited editions or something. Those really, really vertical curve monitors, they're like 55-inch. Yeah, they went up in price. They increased like $3,000 in price. They're now like $4,300. It's ridiculous. I guess they took off. Something happened to them. I don't know what's up with them. Well, it's coming together. It's coming together. And I'm gonna have my stand showing all of my Transformers right for you, Mace. Don't worry. You gonna like the GoBots.
Man, nowhere in hell I'm gonna be supporting some damn GoBots. Saw that movie last week, the ending of it. Saw that damn Bumblebee. That chicken in Platinum's room was talking about how cute he is. I'm like, are you serious, miss? Bumblebee?
Oh, there was speaking of Transformers. Okay, so it turns out there was one lucky kid that was able to successfully do it. He got his plaque as well as a commemorative, because we're on the 40th anniversary of Transformers now approaching. This kid actually managed to collect every single Transformer that was on the market, every single one of them. It literally covered up his body. It took him approximately 10 years to do it. He started as a little boy and he showed himself later. Got every single last one of them. He even has Fortress Maximus, the original Fortress Maximus. That was the tallest one that they ever made. And they showed all versions that he had. To commemorate the 40th anniversary, they're releasing the original Soundwave when he transformed into a cassette deck, which back then everybody was like, you know, they had the Sony Walkman.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so everybody relate. That's why it took off. That's why Soundwave took off, because everybody was thinking about their Sony Walkman. There was even special edition. I remember when Sony did it. Sony did a special edition Sony Walkman Transformer just because it hit. And then there's also Perceptor. That wasn't his name. Perceptor was the microscope. Blaster, the Autobot one. Yeah, people went crazy over that one as well. It transformed into a boombox. So there's one lucky kid with all the Transformers. He's sitting on probably well over 1.3 million worth of in value or more worth of Transformers. And he's gonna be the guy that probably sell it off when he gets older. Man, he's just hitting his 20s now. I was like, you lucky. They did an article on him.
What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
What's up, 305? What's up, bro?
Back chilling. What's up, brother Mace?
What's up, family?
Just sitting back chilling. You know, Uncle Ben's in the building.
So how was Jade? How was Jade tonight? Give me the 411 on NXT. What happened?
So I just went up there and took a shower. I had to go take a shower because you know I'm in my uniform, and you know that smell. I had to get out of my uniform. I had to go take a shower. Might be winding right. Dang.
What'd she do? Did she do anything?
See, I know she made an appearance. I think she targeted somebody. She already targeted Becky Lynch last night.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she was. Yeah, she came face to face with Charlotte, then Becky.
And Cody Rhodes lost the belts.
Oh well, who thought that was gonna last? The Usos got it back.
So thanks to Jimmy, is one of the Uso brothers. Is it Jimmy or Jay or Jimmy or everything?
Yeah, Jay. Yeah, Jay is his partner.
Thanks to Jimmy interfered in the match. Next thing I know Judgment Day they won the belts back.
Yeah, Judgment Day won.
I said, dang, now we gotta deal with this stuff again. This pay-per-view on Saturday. I think this Saturday.
So Miami, what are the what them Dolphins gonna do against them Eagles? Can you please help a brother out?
So we gotta go up there and take care of business.
Can you please take care of business?
So we gotta stop them boys. Them South boys, we ain't playing with them. Like Carolina, and they got franchise.
Oh, Miami, it's Carolina. Come on.
W's a W.
It's a W.
W's a W.
Yeah, that's
That's all
true.
that matters.
A W is a W. Yeah.
They thought they was gonna come out and like they beat the Hurricane. You know the state of Carolina beat the state of Carolina they beat the Hurricane. See, I did like this. We got them niggas got them niggas on Sunday. We ain't playing with them. But I celebrated on Sunday night after the victory. Now it's time to turn the page. We got them pigeons up there.
Pigeon. 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 Fucking eagle. Pluck every single bird off them damn birds.
We'll be ready Sunday. We just gotta stay focused. We take one game at a time.
Should be a hell of a game Sunday night.
Who are the Niners up against?
Oh, who's San Francisco plays?
What's up, fellas?
What's up?
What's up, brother Cam?
Just don't play no tough games for a while. Let's see.
I'm ready for this match. It's Survivor Series.
You know, the Survivor Series pay-per-view I actually got bored with because I mean I still remember the original Survivor Series rules, and ever since they changed it, I was like,
Yeah, I never liked Survivor Series.
I never liked the Survivor Series ever since they changed it.
I like the Survivor Series. I like the Survivor Series in the 80s. He was good in the 80s. But
They're at
Harley
the
Race.
Vikings Monday night.
Come on with Harley Race. And when he had his five, he took on somebody. I think he took on Hulk Hogan. I forgot who he took on. And
I'm just gonna sit back for the rest of the night.
even the Survivor Series in the 90s was good. When Shawn Michaels turned on Big Daddy Cool.
Big Daddy Cool. Big Daddy Cool.
That's when Shawn Michaels turned heel. You got coffee on standby.
All right. Well, that's it with you guys in the wrestling, man. What you guys be talking more wrestling?
It ain't over yet.
Over beer at a baseball game.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to drink. You go to a baseball game.
I ain't gonna lie, I do miss going to a baseball game.
Eat some nachos and drink a cold beer. It's like they're at a wrestler match. Some nachos and some beer.
Me. When I was a kid, I used to eat the hot dogs all the time. The ones inside, not the guy when the guy goes hot dog. Now I would go inside, get me one of those grilled dogs. Well, I went to a baseball game today. Or probably the last time I went to a baseball game, I'll get the same thing. That's a large drink and 2 jumbo pretzels, and I'm set for the day. I don't need all that intestine shit in my stomach.
I can eat that hot dog.
Yeah, if I want popcorn, I stay home and watch the game on TV, which I do anyway. Maybe I
Hot
went to win the
dog.
World Series, but the Marlins won, bro. Oh, okay.
Funny.
Oh,
2003.
speaking of that, hey, I had Auntie up here this afternoon, Raven, and he's gonna have 2 call-in shows on Rumble, and he's gonna interview the best poker player on the planet. This brother that he grew up with. So he's pumped up for that. Folks, let me see who came in here tonight. Brian Will, thank you. Who else was in here? Dollar Will, thank you. Good luck to your Raiders. Raiders are 3-3. They should be 4-3 because they got the Bears on Sunday. Who else came in here tonight?
Great walk.
Nothing's never a cakewalk. Let's see who else
My
came in
Raiders.
here. The Raiders, they're going to beat the Bears Sunday.
They is gonna beat the Bears.
The Bears are horrible. God damn.
Who Packers take on Sunday?
All right.
Let me look there for
Coach
you.
was in here. I wish Coach would have pulled up.
Green Bay Poison. Evil Poison.
I have to go deal with that Green Bay Poison on Sunday. I want to thank these 3 guys up here, Canes, Raven Knight, and 305. I'll see you tomorrow night, folks, for the
They take on the Broncos.
Let you see the introduction tomorrow night down in Arlington, where they introduce the Texas Rangers tomorrow night for Game 3, where I get the funny feeling that Texas is going to beat them tomorrow night and get this series over in maybe 5 games, but they have to win tomorrow night. They lose tomorrow, the Astros will keep creeping in. And Dusty Baker has been totally outmatched and outclassed by Bruce Bochy. He wants this series so bad because if he loses this, Dusty Baker will be a distant memory. And he doesn't want that. And that Astro window, folks, if they lose this series, it's going to be closing because Texas ain't going anywhere soon, folks. 30 longest team in baseball. The Rangers got it all together, folks, and right now, they're on the doorstep. And I will promise you this, Ranger fans: what you couldn't get done 13 years ago and 12 years ago, Bochy will get it done one way or another, and that should be some series against the Phillies because I think Arizona's been overmatched. On that note, folks, we'll see you tomorrow night. 8 o'clock, we're going to show you the introduction of the Texas Rangers tomorrow in Arlington. And that comes on the air, so get ready for that. So, Arlington, Texas, you are the spotlight tomorrow night, and you're not even the Dallas Cowboys. See you tomorrow night, everybody. Good night from the Oasis. Thank you for coming through. People in the clouds, thank you.